Okay, let me explain Davario. Okay, first off, it's when you tell somebody, general things when it comes to getting to know people in society. Like, first off, read. That's one of the most judgmental things I said, that you can't build a children's subconscious. I just tell them to read. You have to reinforce that they read. And I was so cocky until I recognized what reading does. Being on top of standard, Lily Teal in Davario, you get destroyed by Teal in a toaster oven, and then they have a part Lily with Uncle Tommy Lily that has more proportion, and because he did the whole Chris Brown played basketball, it was in the military. And like I explained before in the channel, when you have autism, you're growing up as a teenager, and you start getting into drugs, you go in between the military and get what you want, because it allows you to get your character expressed on paper, but not throughout. So what happens is there's this epic He-Man that goes all throughout. It's really fucking bullshit. What they do is they do He-Man, then they do homework and regular ed. The fact that you actually went to college, literally, and they say that everything you say during Davario is an excuse, literally, was he trying to kill you, the excuse is legitimate, and there's the external rule of Davario is her saying something, because I'm more mental, I can call the police, I can do this, this, and that. In fact, worse, social validation is the exact same reason, literally, why you dress, and why you're so good at what you're doing, why you already have so many friends, is why it's abuse. I tell you to read, I tell you to cheer, you never achieve standard, really, but you didn't reinforce anything, that's why I thought I was gonna win. Well, like the simplest thing you could have done is, drink water, and now the reply is, or just listen. Then there's a part where Chris and third, every older brother, because I go third, you don't know what third is connected to. Third is connected to society, because literally, if I'm having an equal conversation with two people who are 6'1", 6'2", with similar intellect, that means mine's gonna be, connected to an Empire State Building, or something that nods, and something to stay in mind. The hood your fuck because I went third, period. And then goes He-Man, oh, you're the whole black room, one line, now your precious friends can't save you. What I had a twist. What Davario is not allow, your child to grow up with the subconscious. Tell them general shit like, take it slow, this, and that. You have all that roast. Yeah, you face somebody later because nothing was definite. You even connect Lily's situation right now, how he's destroyed me, through Justin Buffer Weaver, how I won the whole tournament, to a mental condition why they're automatically violent. You get killed by a cousin, you get killed by the well. It's that science of big versus small. And I've actually went to college, and when it comes to overall, literally they have this little thing when they say, okay, well, it's not good for it now, but wait till you get 1,000. It stops you right away from being, judgmental, literally, and also, literally, it has nothing to do with racism, college basketball. The theme of Davario is like you did, take advantage of society before. That's why you suck, literally, looking at Henry all day. You're not knowing where you're on the outside, Then there's the other half called the gang, literally. That's why I hate mental health. They do nothing, when it comes to evaluating a gang, when it comes to my problem. Because my problem wasn't gang, literally fucking, outside interfering, and I had, a blood gang, It really gets in the heat that they never agreed with, literally, that I was a four of a retard. Literally, I was in a mainstream class environment. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Literally, Davario's open statement was, okay, well, because you did all those things in the subconscious while you're 30 years old with no car. Those are everything, including Nokia and Spiegel. That's somebody who me and police are made up. They say it's technically her having more complaining, this and that. What Davario is because you didn't actually date before, because you didn't do this and that, because you weren't driving, because you weren't doing anything in society before. I trapped you, literally. Where it comes to actual dance lessons, like my mom, she tapped dance in front of her one time. That's a part of it. The police double imply that sees a woman and she hides behind sweet carts. I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that do for me? Where's my house? Where's my loot? What's this, and that? Reinforcement? I put you on psych base. There's no need for reinforcement. Gives you to a lot of, gangster strategies, police strategies. And people taking advantage of racism. Their own little world to talk about the real world. And now it's everything the real world refers to. What happens, I have the lunch, I have this and that, but every high kick gets the door, it gets converted to like, simply a cartoon. People at 30 years old have their own right for kids and that, and you're double upon that, they're crisis in months dead, and then the government's playing with them. I'll tell you what's fucking mature. You haven't become a real mainstream celebrity that I have my own fucking anime, and let me tell you. Because you don't achieve great things is why you mess around your chains. As soon as you want two together, like me, my constant career, etc., that's when they start getting fucking serious. I think I have some relationships with people like that Afghan guy at work, really thinking that he's so much more literate than me, because he reads books, he plays, World of Warcraft, and literally what ends up happening is he falls for me, and then he ends up liking somebody like Anna. What do I do with that? And like, about you still like the girl, is a problem. One thing, my favorite part about Davario, literally, that I used to call out a gangster, is that when you pretend to be eloquent, shit like that, we secretly call out that you're a pervert. Call out your porn, literally, where it comes to sports, solo you. You thought you were wearing a game, literally 30 years old with no car. It's crazy because the meaning of it is that you were way above because you called out racism what she was trying to do before. There is no in my defense when it comes to that section. For me, common sense is saying, just send you the Revelator how I did all, Sarge and say Titanic. It should have been in-person validation, and there usually is for a higher studio, but I heard Asperger's has the full fucking whole society because they're on the same level as regular Edward comes a modem. But I'm telling you, they call out sports, they call out ring, and they call out everything.